Okay, now this one is sort of the opposite of the OG, but this expression is a lot older and it's not exactly the opposite. uh, Johnny come lately. Johnny come lately. So Johnny or John is a kind of a generic name that we use. It's almost like a I can't explain it, but like if you're going to make somebody anonymous, a person we don't know, they call them John Doe, right? Uh, in Japan, the little boy is always going to be named Taro, right? And the little girl is going to be named Hanako, right? It's sort of a Johnny is a name that people use if they call into the radio station to make a comment or something. They say, "My name's John," right? When it really isn't, right? So anyway, Johnny come lately. I think it. I've never heard it used in a positive way. It's usually negative. Okay, so let's imagine that you're living in a small town, right? And there's maybe you're in high school, let's say for example, and there's a limited amount of girls and girls that you would like to meet, right? And date. Uh, and so there's a kind of a thing where these guys just try to ask these girls out. And then one day, a new kid comes to the school, right? And he's a little different. Maybe, let's say, in my little story here, I'm going to say he's from California, right? So that's going to be glamorous to someone in the Midwest, right? And he can play guitar, right? And so this guy starts to get a lot of attention from all of the girls. Everybody's talking about it, right? And he's dating a lot of girls. This is called sort of like foreigner power, right? I myself, when I was younger, used to go out partying in other towns, because there would be like a bar or a nightclub, and I could get a lot of attention from girls because they didn't know me, and it was like, oh, he's a new guy. So of course I got a lot of resentment and hate from the local guys, and they would refer to me as a Johnny come lately. Johnny come lately. Anyway, let's go back to my original story, the California guy. So this new kid comes to the town and he's dating all these girls and stuff. The guys that had been there for a long time start saying, I'm tired of these Johnny come lately show offs coming around, you know, because they call him a Johnny come lately, and it's always a negative meaning, right? Um, so let's take a look here. Johnny come lately. All right. Someone who's only recently started a job or activity and has suddenly becomes very successful. Kind of like my story. So the people that have been around for a long time might call him a Johnny come lately. And let's imagine that you are in the music industry, right? And you see, like, you've been popular at times, but your popularity is going down, and then a new band or a new singer comes on the scene and becomes very successful. You're going to start referring to him as a Johnny come lately. Okay. Now here's a song that I think tells the story that I was just telling. So this song is called New Kid in Town by the Eagles. You should listen to this song, okay? You should learn, actually, if you're learning English, you should definitely learn it through English songs. It's really going to present English to you in a pleasant format. Okay, so he goes, Johnny come lately, the new kid in town. Okay, everybody loves you. So they're talking about a new kid that came to town. And where I grew up, it was like that. It wasn't like some big city. There were a lot of little small towns, right? A lot of little small towns spread out over a very large state, right? So everybody knew each other. And if a new kid did come to town, everybody knew about it. Okay. So let's check this out. So I know that you're not a Johnny-come-lately. So that proves it right there that Johnny-come-lately has a negative meaning. Okay.
I know that you are not a Johnny-come-lately to this area. It's been
Okay, so he wants to make sure to show him respect and saying you're not a Johnny-come-lately.
He began, and the work's in this early little section, as a sort of Johnny-come-lately, after-the-fact impressionist, unlike the original.
Okay, so the original impressionist art, happened in the 1860s and 70s, but this guy came along a little bit later. So he was a kind of a Johnny-come-lately.
Journey, not just the, no offense, Johnny-come-latelys who get
Yeah, okay, so he's maybe talking about some new people into his space, right?
Stuff look recent and Johnny-come-lately. And
Okay, so I'm not sure what he's even talking about, but I can guarantee you he's saying something sort of negative about, they're basically saying that they're not really experienced enough. They don't have the experience. They're just a Johnny-come-lately, right? So anyway, there you go. So I will talk to you on the next idiom. And by the way, I noticed that you guys are getting a little lazy about liking the video. And so that's it. If you're not going to support me with money, that's fine, but at least you can click the like button. If you keep coming back, then that must mean you like the videos, right? So click the like button at least, okay? Show some appreciation. So I will talk to you or I can just turn off the videos again like I did about a year ago and just turn them all off, right? So I will talk to you on the next idiom.